Alright folks, this is one for the record books. Out of all the years I've been doing this I will say is going to be the most unique vehicle I've ever done a video of or put up for sale. This is a 1987 Mercedes Benz. It's called an LP 1219. Okay, and what it is, it's a box truck. And I got to tell you something, this thing is a one owner. I saw the original title, and it has been taken care of like you can't even imagine. Normally you see these box trucks and they're all beat up and have all kinds of issues and everything. I got to tell you, this truck is phenomenal in the condition it's in, how it was maintained, just unbelievable. But let's start off with this. First of all, it has 221,218 miles, and anybody that knows anything about a Mercedes-Benz diesel truck knows that is virtually a baby. Okay, now let's start her up. I got to show this to you because it's really neat. All right, it's a 5-speed manual transmission. We start her up. It starts right up. It's amazing. I put 2 brand new batteries in it. They're huge batteries. They're brand new. Now check this out. Here's the only thing mechanically that I know wrong. See the pressure? It says it's at 70. You got to bring it up a little bit higher till this red light comes out. Okay, you'll see the light goes out. Now you can take, this is the brake, you can take the brake off. Now, what it simply means is this. When you let this thing sit overnight or for a couple of hours, the air does bleed down, meaning you have to let it run for a little while for the air to build back up. There's probably some kind of leak in the hose or something like that. I don't know much about it, but I have to tell you everything I know. Oh, and on occasion, it doesn't happen at all, but see the tachometer? Occasionally that just drops back to 0. The truck keeps running, but it just does that. I do not know what this switch does, other than turn that red light on. I don't even know if it's got air conditioning or not. I don't think so, though, because I can't figure these Mercedes switches out. Let's see, the horn. That is the weeniest sounding horn on a big truck I've ever seen. Check that out, listen again. It sounds like a little Volkswagen, right? Wipers, as you can see, they do work. All the lights do work on the truck. Because we drove this truck back from, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you about on this truck. This thing has been garage, not just garage kept, actually been kept in a heated building its entire life. And when you see the condition of this truck, you'll see what I mean as far as the way it was maintained, everything like that. It's got chocks that come with it. It's got all kinds of stuff that come with it. Okay, 12-foot 6-inch bridge clearance. It's got an AM/FM stereo cassette. Not much of a sound system, as you can see by the little speakers, but this is pretty much it on the cab. Let's climb down out of this thing, and I'll show you around. Check it out. There's your driver's seat. Very nice shape. Looks like you can fit 3 people across, 4 in a pinch, I would guess. It has handles to help you get in and out of it. This is just something else. This is probably going to be also one of the longest videos I've ever done, because I'm going to take you guys on a tour completely through this truck. I'm going to lift the cab up, which is quite a process in itself. I've learned a lot, but as you can see, check this out. Check under the doors and how clean this thing is. Now, something I want you guys to notice. First of all, most trucks, if you look up at the cab corners, you see up there, that's where you'll see damage. But going down the side of this truck, see, you can see the GVW's 25.9. I did paint the sides because it had the guys, lettering and logos and everything on it. And nobody wants that. And you can see it had a little scrape there. I mean, the little bit of things that are wrong with this thing is just amazingly minor. And it looks like they might have put in a piece of metal right there. All right, coming around the back. Oh, another thing, and I'm going to demonstrate everything. First of all, that is a what they call a Tommy gate, but this one is actually called an Anthony Liftgate. 2,500 pound Liftgate. Does operate, and as you can see, 2,500 pound maximum capacity. Don't ride on it. Now on this side of the truck, a little scrape right there, as you can see. I'm going to come back and let you guys really get a good look at this. Look at all the corners are all in good shape. Like I said, all the lights work. Oh, get this. I'm telling you, these guys were just crazy about maintenance. But check these tires out. 4 of them. 4. Brand new they look like. I mean, obviously I've been in the dirt with it because we're over on the grass. But 4 brand new Goodyear truck tires. The truck tires alone on this truck are probably worth $1,000. This spare tire, as you can see, is not worth much, but it's there. Runs on diesel, of course, and I just put fresh fuel in it. Front tires, Michelin tires. But look at the tread on these things. They're like brand new as well. And you can, one of the reasons you can tell, if you look at all the grease fittings and everything on this truck, you can see it's always been lubricated. Now, of course, here's your engine and whatnot. Now, I'll pull, like I said, I'm going to lift the cab up for you guys. That's a process. I'm not going to do it while I'm videotaping because this will make this movie like a feature-length film. But you can see, there's your cab, the 1219. You know, that corner up there, I mean, it's amazing, the shape of this truck. All right. Go around to the front. It's what they call a, a slab front. Mercedes Benz, of course. There you see. It's got an antenna for the radio, of course. Oh, check this out. It's got a heater. So in the wintertime, what you do is you plug the truck in. And that way you never have an issue as far as, getting the thing going. Now, this little thing pops out here, and this gate also opens, which I'm going to show you, and that's how you can check your fluids. I don't know what this is for. Maybe it's a tow point or something. But as you can see, this is just something special, this truck. All right, let me come around here. See, it's got your regular little handle here. You pull that. See, I discovered all this stuff by accident, basically. Like, I don't know anything about these trucks. But as you can see, it's got all the fluids you check right here, everything. There's a little bit of rust right there. That's about the only thing I've ever seen on it. But this is just in fantastic shape. Okay, let me close this up. Because now, I forget how to open that door, but there you go. Close that, back up. And the next thing I'm going to do, I believe, is I'm going to pull the cab open for you and demonstrate how that works. All right, as you can see how nice this truck is. All right, folks, we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the liftgate now. And one thing I didn't mention before, but it's pretty important. This is a 22-foot box truck. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the liftgate, or the gate. It opens up very nicely. The door slides all the way up, no problem. Okay, and I'll bring the camera over and show you the inside of the box once we're done with the liftgate here. Okay, now let's see if I can do this right. This goes down, and as you can see, the liftgate just comes down on its own. I had to learn how to do this as well. Believe me, it took a lot of learning how to operate a lot of the stuff on this truck. As I said, I am not familiar with this stuff at all. All right, that flips down. Now, the next thing I know you do, see it's got a handle. You pull that down, it's on a spring, so it doesn't smash down, and this goes down. And as you can see here, actually, let me point the camera at this. All right, now, you can see now it's a regular bed, or I'm sorry, like a regular step that you can step on. So what you do is you load your stuff up on here. Now, you're not supposed to ride on this, but let me do that a little bit now. And what I'm going to do is, let's see here, it's kind of tough to do this out in the sun. I'm trying to get the angle right so you can see. I'll operate it so you'll see it comes all the way up. You just push this button here. I'm pretty sure you might be able to see this. And that's it. I mean, as you can see, very simple, very easy to use. It works very nicely. And it is, let me tell you something, a handy thing to have. It's a pretty high back to that truck. So what the guy did with this, he actually down in Newark, New Jersey, this guy for, I don't know, 45, 50 years, built custom desks, like custom desk installations, like for if you have special uses or whatever, and they would build the desks. And I'm going to take the camera off now because I want to show you guys, actually, the inside of this truck. I'm lowering the gate down again. Now you can see, the rear bumper, it's got a little ding there, but I mean overall, it's pretty nice. And as you can see, everything works exactly as it should. And I'm going to break the rules again and ride this thing up a little bit. All right, but I want to bring you inside here. Okay, now, there's a light here, which I honestly do not know if that works. That might be what that switch inside the cab is now that I think about it. But you can see, look at how clean this aluminum box is. I mean, you normally would see a truck like this, of this age, and it just has the crap beat out of it. Not this thing. Here's your cab corners, as I was telling you about. You look at this side, it's got plenty of spots, you know, to put hooks in and, you know, to secure your cargo. Hard oak. I think that's what this is. This floor looks to me like a hard oak floor. But look at this. Look at what the shape this thing is in. Like I said, these guys were phenomenal as far as taking care of their stuff. Okay, here's the inside of your door. Not as pretty as the outside because I just painted that, but still phenomenal shape this thing is. And of course, here is the edge of the deck, as you can see, and then here's your lift gate. Okay, so take one more shot back here, you can see, and then we'll close this up, and then we'll move on to another part of the film demonstrating. Of course, now as you can see, it's got the regular thick gizmo here. You go like that. It's actually got to go in. Actually, it does lock. I'm going to have to do that from down on the ground. I'm going to stop right here, and then I'll show you how we hook everything else up. All right, folks, I'm going to demonstrate the lights now. Headlights. Left directional. Right directional. Brakes. Okay, that's good. Turn the lights off. Okay, now as I just demonstrated, you can see that the lights all work properly. Now, as you can see, I have the back door locked up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the ramp away. All right, let me bring this back. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate how we put the ramp away. That goes like that. Folds up like that, and then we'll just do this. And then I believe this piece goes over and locks like that, and that locks it in. So as you can see, we demonstrated everything works back here. As you can see, the door is closed and locked, and all the lights work. Now I'm going to go around front, and we're going to check the front lights out as well. Okay, now we're going to do the front lights, headlights. Turn the headlights on. Okay, you can see they're on high beams. Should be on your left-hand stalk. Pull it towards you, or push it away from you. All right, hold on there, folks. Yep, there you go, that's it. High beams, low beams. All right, right directional. Left directional. All right, and looking up, it looks like we've got one bulb out in the roof lamp, which actually that really surprises me. That's like that. All right, that's our front lights. All right, we'll move on after this. All right, turn the truck off because you can only take so much of that diesel knocking noise. But what I'm going to show you now is the frame, and you'll notice that at almost all the grease fitting points, you can see how much grease has been put on there and what good shape everything is in. All right, this is where I think somewhere in here is where your air is leaking. These are the air cans for your air brakes. Okay, I do not believe you need a CDL for this truck though because of the weight. And as you can see, a relatively new exhaust system. It's quiet. This is what, oh, here's your two new batteries that I put in right there. And you can disable that gate if you wanted to just by taking this one cable off. That disables the gate. But here, take a look at this frame. It's a nice, neat, clean shape. It says do not weld on the frame. And you can see, again, all the spots. Oh, these springs on the back of this are in great shape. I had a friend of mine that has worked on heavy equipment, and he checked it, and he said all the springs are really good. And he's also the one that pointed out to me how well maintained this truck actually is. The only thing he didn't do, and he wanted to, is he wanted to take the inspection plates off, I guess, to check the brakes. But, you know, it sounded like a big procedure to me, and I didn't really want to get into that. So here we go. You can see, again, well maintained. You can see by the grease points and everything. These tires, like I said, 4 of them, basically brand new tires. Very large tank. I don't know how many gallons that is, but I've got to guess that's at least 45, maybe 50 gallons. Now, what this is This is how you raise the cab. And I'm going to demonstrate that for you in a few minutes. And what you do is you just turn this little thing here, and then you jack it up like you're jacking up a jack on a car, and it'll raise this cab up. But first, what you have to do is unlock it. All right, here's where your engine and everything sits. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think it's safe to do, so I'm not going to run the engine when I lift the cab up, okay? I don't think that's a good idea. But what you got to do is, see this? This is a lock right here. There's one just like it on the other side. And what you have to do is, it comes with these bars, which of course I'll include in the truck, and you have to unlock that. I'm going to give you guys the fire extinguisher, flares, the chocks, everything that came with this truck I'm going to give to you guys. But let me get set up, and that way I can demonstrate how to raise the cab. All right? Oh, here, I'll just give you a little shot while I'm over here. You can see how clean the passenger side is, and this door as well. All very nice, well taken care of, like I said. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how we do this. Go ahead, start pumping. And as you see, you just pump that up. And you'll notice in just a minute or two, see the cab now, as you can see, is starting to lift. And what you do is, it's the opposite of that. What you'll do is, when you go to bring it down, no, hold on a second. Just keep pumping, please. When you go to bring it down, you do the opposite. You turn the little thing underneath there the other way, and then you pump it back down. But what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to bring the cab all the way up so you guys can see, and then I'm going to show you the engine and everything under there. So I'll be right back with you guys.